Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Beyond the Summit 2's coverage of WPC Ace tonight. I'm Zyori, slated to solo cast. We're in our final best of two, and it's the big kahuna. We've got Orange versus Titan. Two more matches left. Roland has called it an easy 2-0 for Titan. Winter got wind of Roland's bold predictions and gave him the killer face thumbs down. Yeah, right, sucker. Orange 2-0 easy all day. It's going to be a good matchup, though. Anyone's for the taking, and I'm excited. Two teams that I like quite a bit. I'm quickly becoming a Titan fan, having seen some of their unique play style over the past few weeks, and I actually have not casted Orange at all recently, so this is going to be kind of fun. We saw the Titan Gauntlet in WPC right before I left for PAX. Orange was one of the few teams that actually wasn't in China. They're still not in China. This is a remote match, so there is no fancy WPC production, but just what we have in the client. So let's hop into this draft here and take a look at what we've got. Oh, yes, indeed. Now, at first glance, you might think to yourself, oh, it looks pretty standard, but there are some interesting things that we can make note of. First four bands, we've been talking about that sort of 6-hero pool, and it's the 4 band and the first 2 picked, the Batrider, Ember Spirit, Lycan, Centaur, Furion, and Invoker are pretty much your 6. Some combination of them are first picked, first band. And Orange Esports, they took their time with that second band, and they ultimately decided on the Centaur. And Centaur is one of those kind of weird heroes right now in the sense that he rarely gets banned out in the first phase, but very commonly gets picked in the first phase. So they switch it up a little bit, and that leaves open for a Batrider. And Titan scoop him up right away. And this is the first time we've seen a Batrider tonight, and first time in a little while. Teams have been much more adamant about banning out the Bat because he's hard to deal with. The Centaur, yeah, he's powerful, yeah, he's annoying, but yeah, he ain't no Batrider. And already I think Orange will have their work cut out for him. They will go ahead and respond straight away with that Ember Spirit. They know what they want to do, and it is counter fire with fire. Yeah, and they offer the second pick Doom. A little bit interesting. Not a bad hero to try and deal with the Batrider, though more often than not, Batrider is going to get the jump on you. And if he isolates the Doom, he can't really do too much with the ultimate still. Just a good all-around hero. I mean, I'm okay with the Doom first pick. He's very flexible. You can put him in the jungle, off lane, safe lane, mid. He can play pretty much every role except position 4 or position 5. So I guess that counts as 4. Yeah, okay, jungling Doom. It's sort of a... It's technically position 4, but it's not a support Doom. It's that's like a 4-core with 1 support kind of a. Well, I guess if he gets Arcane's mech, Vlad's, he is basically a support. He's a support with a really big sword. So anyway, even more evidence to the opposite of the contrary, whatever word I'm looking for. Doom is a good flex pick, so I'm okay with it here, but. Hard to read how Orange want to do this. If they want to put the Ember mid, if they want to put him as their position 1, and likewise with the Doom. Now, guys, don't forget we don't have delay on this stream because this is a LAN event, so feel free to communicate with me on chat. This one isn't... Actually, yeah, you're right. There probably should be delay here, but I don't think WPC has any delay either. I mean, they didn't turn off their stream, so... You can't just add in delay, and they didn't reset their stream, so... Yeah. I guess so. That's weird. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, WPC is usually a LAN, and here they're doing it remotely. I don't know if this is just a good Samaritan. I feel like we're in the good because WPC hasn't changed their stream settings either. So I got my ear to the drum here, but you're right. I did just connect the dots on that. That's a good eye, Roland. I'm glad we keep you around here. But no, I don't think it'll be an issue to be perfectly honest. But. What do you want me to do, Ron? Should we cut the draft and turn on the 2-minute delay? Is that what you're saying we should do here? That's bad as well. See, exactly. I told you, man. I told you. So, no, I will say I think we're good. I'm not too super concerned about it, to be perfectly honest. Maybe WPC hasn't connected the dots either. Anyway, Titan will second pick the Rubik. What happened to Ancient Apparition? He has not been picked or banned all the way into 3rd pick status. And let's see, Lone Druid Naga banned out. Oops, a little early. Yeah, Lone Druid Naga will be banned out by Orange here. And Mirana and the Slark will be banned out by Titan. Very interesting. Mirana and Slark. What does that tell us, Roland? That they don't want to deal with annoying mid-game heroes. Nothing too definitive, but I'm just surprised that Ancient Apparition and Rasta have made it this far in the draft. Those are the heroes, and jeez Louise, Naga. She's got a 77% win rate in WPC 2014. 10-3. I don't know why I'm pretending like I'm surprised. Naga's a ridiculous hero. Ridiculous hero. Ban and pick. So, so yeah, a lot of support still on the board. And Orange, they're going to need some supports as well. I don't know. I still think some of these teams don't value Rasta on Dire enough. It's kind of weird how these Chinese teams have, like, there was a while where Rasta was like first pick. Oh, these are both Southeast Asian? Oh, sorry. It's my bad. Glad you're here, Roland. See, you know what's good. I'm new to this whole Asian Dota casting thing, okay? It's been a few years since I casted Asian Dota. Literally years plural, so I'm a little rusty. But I knew Titan was SEA, but would you say the SEA scene has a much different kind of meta playstyle than the Chinese scene, or are they actually pretty similar? Pretty different? Is it as different as like China is compared to the West? Okay, Southeast Asian teams prioritize Nyx. Interesting. Well, so do the West, though. Yeah. And Sand King. Oh, well, Sand King. Yeah, but so do the Chinese teams, man. The Chinese teams only reason. I think you're biased, Roland. See, they started that whole Sand King thing, and now like China's follow. See, breaking the meta, huh? Leading the way. That the. Oh god. Yeah. Oh yeah. And that Sand King it's Gosu, dude. It's unreal. But here we go. Ancient Apparition will be picked up by Orange Esports. So I'm going to mix a little fire and ice here, the red and the blue. And I'm not surprised the Ancient Apparition picked. A good hero and, well, not a particularly large amount of synergy across their heroes quite yet. But AA is just all around very solid right now. They could grab Rasta right here, and frankly, I'd be surprised if they don't. But okay, they might do something a little bit different. Nyx Assassin will be the third pick for Titan. And like Roland here was pointing out, pretty solid hero. And since they grabbed the Ancient Apparition on the Orange Esports side of things, almost a little bit of a deny pick because Nyx works really well against Bat Rider. And they could have used Nyx in this Orange draft. He could have worked if they wanted to use him as either a support or an off laner. And he works really good against Bat Rider. You know, you just pop on that Spike Carapace, walk into the fire, and all of a sudden you've got an easy setup on old Bat Rider there. So. And he's just an all-around good hero. Titan needed an off-laner, and how did Titan run their Bat Rider? Is he off-lane? He's not mid, so it'll be a support Nyx. Support. Is there a chance it could be off-lane Nyx, Bat mid, or is that just not the Titan style? I don't think I've seen them do the Bat Rider mid, the little that I've casted them. Yeah. Not really a Yamate hero. Too low skill cap. Like Viper. Yeah. So Orange will go ahead and fourth pick Dazzle. They don't go for the Rasta. Again, I feel like I sound like a broken record here, but the Shadow Shaman AA combo, like, there's a reason teams have been running it in tandem. They are a really good support group. And Dazzle Ancient Apparition, I don't think pair as well together. The problem, they lack lockdown. You've got Cold Feet, not like half of a stun. You've got Poison Touch, like half of a stun. So between those two supports, you've got kind of one disable. Whereas you have supports like Lion who have two hard disables, supports like Rasta with two hard disables. And I think having kind of a mix between the damage and utility versus just straight crowd controls is the way to go. Yeah. Right. And yeah, Titan have, I mean, they do have a Doom on the side of Orange to be fair, but Titan will go ahead and grab Viper with their fourth pick, and that's probably your Yamate hero right there, headed to the mid. So making jokes about skill caps, and then of course he picks Viper, like the lowest skill cap hero in the game. Yeah, I guess assuming that Ember Spirit will be in the mid, a good possibility. Either way, it'll probably be Doom or Ember in the mid lane. They could, I suppose, grab a true mid laner here, put Ember in the safe lane, Doom in the off lane, but I think Ember mid is... Yeah. Yeah, maybe this will throw them off a little bit, and I mean, even putting... I don't think Doom will do too well in the off lane here if they are kind of forced to do that. So we'll see what they want to final pick. Last bans will come out here in just a moment. Orange will ban out the Life Stealer. And not a bad choice. Titan could use a hard, they definitely need a hard carry here. And with a Bat Rider, as well as the Nyx, they've got some delivery vehicles. So I think that is a pretty wise final ban. And Titan will take out the Clockwork here. Assuming that either the Doom or the Ember will be mid. So just trying to knock out some of those offlane heroes. Yeah. What will be good for orange here? Something like, I don't know. I mean, I want to say a Timber Saw wouldn't be too bad, but there's not really a Strength Core on the side of Titan. Clockwork would have been great. They could go for a Dark Seer. We saw that Dark Seer Ember Spirit combo, which is actually pretty scary. At level 7, if you have level 4 Flame Guard and level 4 Ion Shell, it's kind of ridiculous how much AoE damage the Ember Spirit puts out. But, yeah. Triple melee is not ideal, especially, yeah, you're right, especially against the Viper. That's very kiteable. And so is this maybe it'll be interesting to see how they lane this. I don't know, there's always the chance that Dazzle might not be that hard support. We have seen some like solo safe lane Dazzles, some solo mid Dazzles, which could be an option as well. Interesting, but they will go with the Sand King last pick, which makes me believe that maybe it will be a Dazzle. I don't know about this, Roland. I don't know how. I mean, now how are Orange gonna lane this? Who's going mid here? Is it Dazzle mid? Is it Sand King mid? Okay, Ember mid. So who's in the off lane then? Or are they not gonna off lane and just jungle Doom? Just sack the off lane, put Doom in the jungle. No, they need Sand King in the jungle. They're going to be doing. This is kind of odd. Yeah, it could be an offline Sand King. We have seen that a little tiny bit here and there. I don't think it's particularly strong, but it is something that they could do if they were so inclined. A very interesting draft for Orange. One good thing about grabbing the Sand Kings, it does help some of their lack of crowd control issues, and does give them some much-needed team fight, but I kind of like this Titan draft a little bit better. They'll go with Clinks for their final pick, get a nice Orchid carrier here. He'll work very well against Ember Spirit in the mid lane, a hero very susceptible to silences and lockdowns. So they've got Lasso, Rubik with the telekinesis. Once he gets a blink, he might be able to jump the Ember Spirit. This will be interesting. I really do like this Titan draft a little better, though. I think they've got a chance, but I'm excited to see how they set up these lanes. So. All right, guys, we'll get into this game. Welcome to our final best of 2 of the night. This is Orange versus Titan. I'm Zyori, slated to solo cast our last remaining series here, and this is a best of 2 for WPCAs. Thank you for joining us while Star Ladder is going on. I know it's during a break right now, and many of y'all will filter out once the tiebreakers continue, but we appreciate you being here anyhow, and we're going to have some fun with it, keeping everybody awake. It's 8 o'clock a.m. here on the Pacific Coast. We've been going strong since 3, and well, there's no end in sight. Both teams will have a 5-man squad cruising about the enemy jungle, but neither side will bump into one another. Orange will retreat and head back to safety. Titan moving around the mid lane, but won't find whatever it is they're looking for. I'd love to introduce these rosters, but I want to see where everyone's laning. It looks like it will be Yamate NWP playing on the Clinks, which is probably a good sign. He'll be in the solo mid-roll, and uh-oh. There's no way that was intentional. We've got 2 of these observer wards down, blocking the same camp. Oh, Titan. As Roland would say, that's a load of suckleboosh. I mean, there is a chance it's intentional, I suppose. Like, if they want to counter this, put, like, a sentry down, they'll get this observer, and they think, okay, sweet, we've got it, and then their camp will still be blocked, and they'll have to burn another sentry, but these aren't sentries. These are observers. I mean, if you wanted to do a strategy like that, I feel like sentries are what you would use. That's big. That's got to be a misplay. Now, there will be a sentry here from the Dire side. That's an orange, probably not a sentry. That's an observer. I know, Roland. Cheese and crackers. Keep me on my toes. We've got an observer ward here down, give you a little coverage in the mid lane, and, of course, the top rune. But there's going to be no ward coverage for Titan early on here. And I don't know. Yeah, let's introduce our lineups here. We got Titan on the Radiant side. We talked about Yamate. He'll be on Clinks in the safe lane with a bit of tri-lane here. Net on the Nyx Assassin, headed to the bottom lane, and Extinct on the Rubik. And he will grab an invisibility rune. Let's get some Dota sounds in the mix. There we go. And it will be an off-lane Dazzle. Oh, Winter, my friend. And he didn't get Grave level 1. Oh, Extinct, what are you waiting for? There you go. There's the telekinesis back right into the Impale, and they're not going to have the damage. Wow. I'm surprised that that wasn't a first blood. They saw him use the Shadow Wave, so they know he didn't have Grave. I think they could have committed a little bit harder to that, but either way, it will be an offlane Dazzle. In the mid, we're going to have a Viper played by KYXY, and in the offlane, it will be Ohio playing on the Bat Rider. Now on the Dire side, we already saw Winter showing off that Dazzle. In the mid, it will be Ysera playing on the solo Ember Spirit, and up top, that'll be Sharky on the support Ancient Apparition, Insidious on the support Sand King, and they will be supporting their buddy Sox playing here on the Doom. I think that's how you pronounce that. SXOCKXS. Sox is about the best I can do with that one. I'm sure chat will keep me on my toes there. So very interesting laning setup. You know, I would have thought that they would maybe try for an aggro tri-lane here, like a solo Dazzle against a solo Bat Rider. Bat Rider will farm well, but at least Dazzle can get some farm, and as a really greedy support, that's actually pretty good news. In the offlane here, Winter will go ahead and retreat to the Ancients. He'll start stacking it up, which is at least doing something, finding some more efficiency around the map, but Dazzle is not really a great support that can just run around with no farm, no experience, and he's going to get completely zoned out of this bottom lane. And the problem with going Shadow Wave first is he's can't really gank that easily. Dazzle isn't really a strong ganking support until he hits level 5 and gets that level 3 poison touch. Before then, he can kind of just run around and throw auto attacks, but not particularly potent. Ohio on the high ground here, rotating towards the mid. There will be a smoke from the two supports of Orange. They'll reveal it. Ohio fireflies into the mid lane, but he is in no man's land right here. He's trying to juke it, but nowhere to go. They're going to make a Bat Rider sandwich. Does he find the opening here? Dazzle with a few auto attacks. Doesn't have the poison touch to slow him down. Can't get in range of the Burrow Strike, but they'll find it on the Viper. The rest of the team join. This is a 4-man party. They'll get the first blood out on the KYXY. That'll be Sharky on the Ancient Apparition to grab the bonus gold. That's a 4-man rotation into the mid lane from Orange already. I mean, Dazzle sacked the off lane. The two supports roamed in. And, well, Doom is free farming away up here in the top, so at least they're finding something. Winter making some plays happen. He'll hold on to that second skill point here just in case he needs the Grave. He will miss this second stack here, but well worth it as the first blood does come out.
Radiant's top tower.
Very interesting, Roland. Enjoying the way this game's getting started. And Sand King has himself some boots. Ohio, he'll just move back to the top lane here. And Doom, only level 4, but trying to cut the wave. Ohio doing what he can to pull some pressure off the tower, but ooh, Sox takes some tower aggro. He doesn't drop it, and actually takes a fair bit of damage there. Dazzle has completely given up on the bottom lane, though. Offlane Dazzle is just so difficult, and at least if he comes mid, he can keep Ysera safe. He can try and zone out this Viper a little bit, but so far his efforts have been rather unsuccessful. Ysera is getting demolished in the mid lane here. 3 last hits on this Ember Spirit. He does have 1 assist from that first blood, which is helping out a little, but KYXY just denying like a madman. 19 and 10 out of the gate. He is just off to one hell of a start. Down at the bottom rune, it will be a regeneration picked up by Dazzle. Net comes down to try and contest, but won't be able to do a hell of a lot. Dazzle just sitting on brown boots at the moment. Rotates back towards the mid lane. Now, meanwhile, down bottom, since Dazzle's left the lane, Yamate left to his own devices. He's our last hit leader here, 25 and 13. He's farming like mad, and his counterpart Doom, both of them kind of in free farm heaven, but Yamate a good 6 last hits up on him. So that is great news for Titan. Looks like Orange have a strategy in mind, though. That strategy is shut down KYXY. It'll be another 4-man rotation. Viper pokes forward. The bowl is off the mark. Oh, no. KYXY will survive, and this time the 4-man gank will not be successful. Bit of a misplay there from Ysera, and that will cost them another potential kill in the mid lane. Very unfortunate. I like this, though, from Ysera. Look at this Ember Spirit build. Roland, it's not the Flame Guard build. Oh, my gosh. Do you know how long it's been since I've seen an Asian player not get Flame Guard? I've been harping on this for weeks. Literally weeks. This is the way to play Ember Spirit. This is the build. This is the playmaking build. Level 5, he'll get that 3rd value point in Searing Change. Get the duration up to 3 seconds. And this is where Ember Spirit gets scary. This is where the hero gets tilted, farms out of control. The Flame Guard build is still okay. It works okay, but I contend it's only because this hero across the board is broken. I think this build is way better, way more damage output. The caveat, though, you have to be able to connect with the bolas, and so far Ysera is one for 2 on that front. So maybe that was just a fluke, maybe just mistimed it there, but for this build to work, you have to connect with the bolas. That is, I mean, level 3, that's your primary. if you can't connect with it on Sleight of Fist, then you need to go Flame Guard, because it's just the bread and butter of this build. So very excited to see it, though.
Dire's bottom
very
tower
excited.
is under attack.
So, yes, yum. That's the right word, Roland. Very well done. So, KYXY still just demolishing him, though. I mean, look, he has 4 CS right now. 33 and 20 on this Viper. Viper was even killed once. He was first blooded, and still, oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous. Viper is so strong in the mid lane. Yeah, exactly right. Deny King living up to his name, indeed. KYXY. It's just a nightmare laning against this guy. Players in the SEA region must have nightmares against going solo mid against him, because this is one of those, like, if you're in a pub game and you're up against KYXY, it's just like, you know what? I just quit. I don't have any CS. He won't even let me touch the creeps. This is no fun. Look at this map awareness here from Ystera. He knows trickery could be afoot. A lot of missing supports. KYXY with an invisibility rune. And actually the Dire have ward coverage on both runes, so he should have seen Rubik pick it up. And he'll just position himself appropriately. Very nicely done.
Dire's
And he will continue to bottle Crow. Still has no items to his name. Doom will go greed mode extreme. He's been free farming in the top lane. That's a 7-minute Midas. Basically a Midas first, but will he go Radiance is the question from the man behind the curtain. We'll hold that thought as Insidious. He gets engaged upon. Telekinesis back into the Impale. Burrow strike forward. But Insidious not out of the clear yet. One more auto attack from the Viper. And that'll be a kill for KYXY. That'll level it out 1-1 here as we pass the 7-minute mark. Will Doom go Radiance? I want to say no. I want to say I hope not for the sake of Orange. Yeah, I guess Radiance is okay against the two Invis heroes. Yeah, it could be all right. The real thing is, I think they need a mech. And, Ancient Apparition could get it, but I think he should just pool that gold for the Ag Scepter and Dazzle. They need somebody to buy some wards. They need somebody to get an urn. Yeah, that's true. Dazzle will level up heal primarily. Level 4 has 2 points in the Shadow Wave. We'll probably get the 3rd at level 5. And, yeah, I don't know if that's fair to say. We have Dazzle. We don't need a mech. I see the logic in that Dazzle heals and Mech heals, but come on, man. Mech is unbelievable. Dazzle is great, don't get me wrong, but he ain't no Mech at the 10-minute mark. Jeez, man. But Viper will be working towards a mech on the side of Titan. Has that headdress already. And Yamate finished off that bottom tier 1 tower. So Titan are off to a pretty good start here. Already a 4,000 gold lead, 3,000 experience. Roland, Titan. Looking good. Yeah, it's all CS. It really is. So look at the CS chart. It's ridiculous. Oh, no. KYXY. What are you doing, Ancient Apparition? Level 4 up against a level 8 Viper. You can't lane against that. That was my bad, guys. I was busy snapping my carrot to the CS chart there. But,
Dire's middle tower
Titan with a pretty big lead. KYXY is starting to get a little out of control. That's going to be his buckler now, very close to the mech. And that'll make things just a bit more difficult for Orange. Do they have a mech inbound? Nope, doesn't look like it quite yet. Doom still farming away. What's really sad here is that Doom has a hand of Midas, and he had an early one, and he still isn't #1 on the net worth chart. A tower kill will do that to you for a clicks, but still. Doom taking a little while to come online. He has yet to really do much with the ultimate, or really that of anything. And Doom's one of those heroes that, if you go the early Midas, part of his power as a carry is not because he's the best hard carry, but it's more he can just farm faster than pretty much anyone else. So if he can get an item up on the other carries, that's really where his power lies. And one of the ways to doing that is using the ultimate. It's always painful. I'm having flashbacks. There was at that EG Liquid series at the for the Star Ladder North American qualifiers where TC played Doom in the jungle and used his ultimate like once in 45 minutes. Not the way to play Doom. You need to rotate. Yeah, it was to qualify, or it was a tiebreaker or something, and yeah, Game 3 Grand Finals, that's right. And I'm not saying Sox is going to do that, but he's level 8, he hasn't used the ultimate yet, and it's just one of those things, you want to try and rotate your ganks around the Doom ultimate. Move in, and Viper's not the easiest to kill, but with a Doom, that helps quite a bit. He'll buy phase boots, yeah. So Doom's just cruising around. Yep, big gank here coming in from Titan. It will be a 4-man smoke. Oh, there's the blink forward from Batrider. Where did Ohio get a blink dagger from? That's what Sand King's asking himself. Ancient Apparition probably scratching his head as well. That'll be an easy 2 for nil as they smoke up to the high ground. And Titan will further their lead here. Oh, boy. And look at this stack steal. Oh, that's Sand King. He's been working so hard to get that thing up, and Titan will just jack it. This is bad right now. Nyx, he's got arcane boots. We've already seen the blink. Yamate, he almost has an Orchid. He's got 2 Oblivion stabs and almost the recipe. They'll
Dire's
pressure this
middle
mid tier
tower
1
is under
tower,
attack.
and they might get it. There's no, he had the Orchid on the courier. That's another 500 gold. Oh my gosh, this is really rough for Orange here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
2-0, 2-0. You might have been onto something, Roland.
Dire's
That'll be the end of
middle
the tier 1
tower
tower
has
in the mid
fallen.
lane. Up top, Clinks showing off that shiny new Orchid. Already burned his strafe. Will he have the damage to kill Ysera?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, close call, but he'll pour it out just in time. One more auto attack, and that would have been a kill. Oh, man. I think it did, but he was just too high. Too much health. One more auto attack probably would have done it. Winter, look, he just graves and TPs out. He knows he can't tango with the Viper. He'll make the smart call. He survives. Well played by the Dazzle. He's got his arcane boots up now, so he's at least found
Radiant's bottom
a little bit of
tower is
recovery
under
for him.
attack.
Doom still doesn't have anything to his name. What's coming on the courier? It's just a bracer. He's not going to go mech. He's going to go phase drum. He's going to try to play this like a regular carry. And, oh, this is going to be hard, Roland. I don't know about this. I think
Dire's
Orange
top
need a
tower
mech if
is
they want to
under
even have a
attack.
chance in this mid game. Because already Titan are starting to put the pressure on. They're tightening that noose. 2-0 in total tower count. And they're going to continue to knock down these towers. They won't give that Doom the space he needs to come online. And yeah, Ember Spirit, this build just not working out for him here. He's 0-0-1, but he got shut down so hard in the mid lane. It doesn't matter what build you go for. Flame Guard, Sleight of Fist, Bolas, you need more than 5 CS in the first 5 minutes to have an impact with Ember Spirit. So he's really underfarmed. And like Roland was saying, the Sand King, he's underfarmed as well. They took out his big stack. He hasn't had time to do that dance party in the jungle. He's only level 4, no epicenter, not even close to a blink. Ohio hiding in the trees, and Nyx Assassin, he's level 6. There's a Radiant Sentry down. Ohio. Uh-oh, Firefly. He'll get caught by the Bolas. There's a Burrow Strike. And, yeah, they'll find a free kill on the Bat Rider. Rather unfortunate here for the Radiant team. But good news for Orange. They will finish him off, and now they can probably transition this into a tower push. Knowing Bat Rider's down, he's there. They should feel pretty safe. This tower is already rather weak, but maybe they shouldn't feel too safe there. Orchid comes out onto Doom. They're laying in the right clicks. Clinks will finish him off. In comes the Sand King with a Burrow Strike. He only catches 2. The others are nearby, and that'll be a dead SK. An easy 1 for 2. There's the mech, and wow, Orange just, they try to pressure the tower, but Titan are right there with the response. That is the power of an early Orchid on the Clinks. Nothing the Doom could do.
Radiant's
Interesting
middle
skill
tower
build
is under attack.
indeed. 3 points in Devour, and then he went 3 points
Dire's
into Level
top
Death,
tower
and now
is
going
under
back for
attack.
Scorched Earth. I'm not sure what order he did this in, but it is... Yeah. So Level Death was his last... That's weird. I'm not really sure what to make of this build. Looks like they're going to try and line up a deny here. Yamate will grab a kill in the
Radiant's
bottom
middle
lane. I
tower
thought they were
is
going to try and
under
jump on the
attack.
Ember Spirit, but Yamate just finds an Ancient Apparition kill. Pretty straightforward. Pops him with the Orchid. And yeah, it's my bad there. But yeah, Orange they're in deep doo-doo already. Just about a 10,000 gold lead, 7,500 experience lead. What's weird about this Doom build is, as I was talking about, when you go Hindemitis, your goal is just to greed. You need to farm quickly, get those items up, and that usually means getting that max point in Devour. We'll hold that thought, though, as they engage onto Ysera. That is a stolen Burrow Strike and also a dead Ember Spirit. They'll continue pressing on here. Sand King in some trouble. They'll burn a dust. That'll be enough to secure the kill. Extinct, he'll get hit by the AA ultimate. They do secure that kill. Compliments to the Doom ulti. Ohio, I think he's good. I don't think he'll shatter here. Yep. He'll make it back to safety. So, all right. They find a kill on the Rubik, but still, a worthy exchange for Titan. They make it a 2 for 1. And, of course, they kill the Ember Spirit, the solo mid hero who's just trying to recover. He just wants to farm. He's working on his phase boots. He's actually got him complete. He's got some wand charges, but he is pretty much a free kill anytime they can find him. Doom will now finish up his drums. Steps in the right direction, but still no big items. Right now, Doom is the only one farming decently. He's number 3 on net worth, but the rest of his team is just so poor. Ancient Apparition, nothing. Sand King, nothing. Ember Spirit, phase boots only. Dazzle, arcane boots, and urn. I mean, that's the core of their items. Their biggest item they've picked up is a Drum of Endurance. Meanwhile, the Radiant side, they've got a mech, Orchid, and what's Yamate working on towards here? He's got himself a Perseverance. Is that going to be a Lincoln's coming out for the little Bone Fletcher? Okay, I can get into that. Against the Doom, yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. Certainly is. Yeah, they don't have a lot of single target, actually. I mean, they've got the Poison Touch, Level Death, and Doom, but that's about it. Sand King stun. Yeah, okay, Burrow Strike gets procced by Lincolns, too. That's one of those weird ones that's not really single target, but still is procced by Lincolns. Kind of like Fissure. on that front. But yeah,
Structures
Lincoln's not a
are
bad choice here.
fortified.
Oh, double bolas
Dire's
coming out
bottom
from
tower is
the
under
Ember
attack.
Spirit there, but no follow-up. Ohio taking some damage. Level Death gonna chunk him. Holy shit. That was half of his health in one ability. Yeah, also had the poison touch on him, so. Orange will make a hold here, but their tower takes some pretty heavy damage. That's a 5-man rotation, and Titan scouted out, and they say, all right, all 5 of y'all can stand by that tower. We're going to spread out, and KYXY will farm up the mid lane. He's working on that Ag Scepter, just about 1,100 gold away or so until he grabs those next 2 pieces. Yamate, does he have anything sitting on the courier? Nope, doesn't look like it. Ooh, down bottom. Thought they were going to catch that Bat Rider, but not quite. Ember Spirit will grab a double damage rune, throw it in the bottle, and maybe they can make something happen here. Sand King still only level 5. Gosh, this Ancient Apparition, though. At least he's level 6, but he has 600 net worth right now. I mean, he has literally no items. Brown boots and a TP scroll. He is just struggling. 2, 3, and 0. Oh, boy, this poor guy. The one good thing about Ancient Apparition being underfarmed, though, is he can literally just sit in the well and spam his ultimate. It's not ideal, but at least he can do damage and not put himself in the front line. And sort of not commence in the feeding department. Bat Rider, pretty close to his 4-step, has those core pieces, 500 in the bank. Ruby Tuesday, he's about a third of the way to the blink. And, of course, has the Arcane Boots up already. We will see a smoke down here. And we'll see where they want to go with it. Looks like Titan will just rotate to the bottom tier 2. They ping it out. And Orange not in a position to defend. They don't have a glyph either. And it should be a pretty easy tower kill for Titan right here. Yep. KYXY will just solo it down. No big deal. Ohio cruising around in the trees here. Looking around for a potential gank opportunity. Nyx to scout it out. Nice aggressive observer coming down from the Radiant here. And there's also one down here as well. So they know where they want to fight. And they'll be in a good position for it. Also a good observer here from Orange. Just that access into their Ancients just in case Titan try and jack their Ancients or throw down some wards. They have a little bit of vision into that area, but look at this Titan. They're on the high ground. Just hit that F2 and you can see exactly what they see. They've got this ward down. They see the Doom rotating bottom. They saw the Ancient Apparition move to the high ground. They ping out the Doom right away. This ward coverage is just spot on. Ohio looking for the opening here. If Doom gets close, he'll blink forward, connect with the lasso, and with that Force Staff, it should be a pretty easy kill. Can just pull him into his enemies, or pardon me, into Doom's enemies. Titan just stationed about the high ground, though. I love the way they're playing this. They have the trap set, waiting for Orange to come out and spring it. Orange ain't no fools, though. Mama didn't raise no fool, and they will stay back. They won't spring the trap, but they're just not farming anything. Titan will take a tier 2 tower for free, it looks like. Yamate just unleashing the fiery arrows, and nothing Orange can do about it. They'll watch their tower fall. Twinks gets the last hit on the tower, and, I mean, Titan can just rotate up to the top lane if they want. Finish off all these outer towers. We're 18 minutes in, and the total tower count is 5-0. Of course, in Titan's favor. That's now a 12,000 gold lead, 10,000 experience lead. Looking at the item chart, Dazzle working on the mech. He's got himself the buckler, but I hate to say it, Roland. It feels like too little too late at this point. It already is? I mean, this is rough. I mean, Doom can't farm. Ember Spirit can't farm. Yep, Doom went blink. Okay. So they've got a bit of initiation power now. They're just going to... Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the blink right here. I just don't know about this Doom build in general. Yeah, and the pack leader's aura, this is not an ideal creep. They need utility. I mean, either the Thunderclap would be useful, a War Stomp would be ideal. I mean, honestly, even just having a Wild Wing Ripper for the armor aura would be better than the critical strike at this point. Doom has 3 armor. He's squishy. He needs armor. Shit, even the Ice Ogre would be better than this right now. Just so that he could hop in and maybe have a chance at surviving. If he blinks forward and dooms somebody, maybe he can isolate somebody out of the fight, but I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. They're either going to drop the Orchid, the Lasso, or the Viper Strike, and then just drop the hammer on that Doom, and he will get obliterated. So, yeah, Sand King working on the blink. He's not too far away. And Bat Rider, he'll now pick up a gem. So, as if Titan didn't already have a lot of map control, they'll further their lead on that front. Clinks will now have the Lincolns up, and uh-oh. Will they see this Doom? Ohio, he's so close to him, but he doesn't see him. Now Doom hops forward. There's the blink. We'll pop the Doom ultimate, but there's support nearby. I'm not sure he'll be able to secure this kill. A few more auto attacks coming in. Maybe that'll be enough. The mech comes out. They'll try and keep Ohio alive. There you go. Front and center. Doom hops forward, pops the ultimate. Ohio survives, compliments of the mech, and they just drop. Did you see how fast that Doom died? That's what I'm talking about. That's the power of 3 armor. They need utility. They need a War Stomp inside that Doom. They need a mech. They need a Vlad's. They need a Shiva's. They need that Doom to survive and have utility. He's just not in a position to get right clicks off, and I don't think they handled this quite right. With that, Titan will just move straight into the Roche pit. KYXY now has his Ag Scepter. They'll Viper Strike the Roche. And this should be pretty easy. Net in the mid lane. He's scouting it out. He's got his Blink Dagger. And with this ward coverage down, they should feel pretty safe. Yep. Oh, AA Ultimate will actually fly on the net in the mid lane. He will send it on back there. At least some of the damage with that Spike Carapace. But seeing that Ancient Operation ulti, Titan feels safe. And they will heavily commit to Roche. They'll get the Aegis, but it doesn't come for free. A little bit of space going the way of Orange's way. And Insidious here on the Sand King. He'll grab his Blink Dagger. Only level 1 Epicenter, so not particularly potent, but steps in the right direction now. And it can be hard to break the base against the Sand King. Epicenter is still quite scary. They don't have a pipe or anything like that to really deal with it. Well, the mech. That's about all they have to try and deal with it. So we'll see how Titan handle themselves here. They're not really under any real pressure to break the base now. 20,000 gold, 12,000 experience. They've got Orange locked in their base. They have map control looking at the ward coverage for Orange. They've got 2 wards down, this one that's about to expire, and then this one down here that's pretty close to expiring as well. Not a hell of a lot of vision around the map, and Titan are privy to it. They've got a gem, and they've been keeping their eyes peeled for any stray wards around. So they will just continue to farm the Dire jungle and keep Orange locked in their base, further their lead, and just look for that opportunity. All they have to do is catch one member of Orange outside of the base with that Blink Dagger lasso, and a 5v4 should be all they need to break the high ground. So just playing the patient game right now, and playing... who? I think Titan's just waiting for somebody to step out of the base, and oh wow, that was almost the opportunity they were waiting for, but this Dire Sentry keeping him alive. They saw the Clinks coming in. I think Orange are just waiting to pick off someone. It doesn't really matter who. If it's a 5v4, regardless of who dies, even if it's just a support, if it's the Dazzle, the Sand King, or the AA, any of those heroes will make this push coming in pretty easy. But pushing into the Ice Blast, a potential Epicenter, and then whoever they target, the chance of a Grave, plus Doom isolating someone, with the low ground disadvantage, I can see why Titan aren't just trying to bull rush their way up. So they're just going to play patient. I mean, there's just no pressure right now, right? They've got Orange locked in the base. They're still winning the farm game. This static farm fest is, I mean, the graphs are still going in their favor. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, looking at Orange, they have a really good turtling lineup, right? Dazzle can be hard to push into because you can weave your heroes, and also just whoever you focus and single out, you've got the Grave. Sand King, once he gets the Blink, he can Epicenter on top of you because you're forced to kind of fight in this little choke area, which makes for easy Epicenters. And then you've got Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast, one of the best turtling abilities in the game, and then you got Ember Spirit. He's pretty darn good at defending with that Sleight of Fist. Yeah. Yeah, hoping for that overcommitment where they can capitalize. And yeah, the bolas, yeah. Yeah, so it's not an easy break for Titan by any means, but I think they can afford to be a little more aggressive here, like Yamate will poke forward. He's got the Aegis, you know, they want to try and do something with this Aegis. Even if they can press forward and force out the Glyph from Orange, that's a victory right now. Yeah, Titan may also just want to be patient for the pipe. And they're pretty darn close to it. KYXY's got the headdress now, as well as the Hooded Defiance, 700 gold, so that might be the big item they're waiting for. Yamate, he did have a Demon Edge. Is there anything on the Courier? No, he's just sitting on the Demon Edge for now. Yeah. Yeah, so they'll want to fight before the Aegis runs out, that's for sure. And Bat Rider, I think, maybe working towards a Yules with this Void Stone. An interesting item choice there, but yeah, Yamate hits hard. They'll want to use the Aegis, and then, I mean, Viper's going to have his... Yep, there it is. That's the pipe. And right away coming on the Courier. So I think the pipe is really what they need. Even if this was a level 2 Epicenter, if this Sand King was farmed, if this was like a level 2 Epicenter, maybe if he had a Veil or was close to it, this would be a little more scary. But if you have a pipe, that pretty much negates level 1 Epicenter. Yeah. The Ice Vortex. Whoa, watch out, Roland. Yeah, I mean, you're right. The Ice Vortex, jokes aside, the Ice Vortex does make him do more damage, but still, the level 1 Epicenter, a pipe really does negate that. So now things will be a lot easier. Pipe is inbound. And Pipe mech. There's still no mech on the side of Orange. I don't think Dazzle's been able to finish it up. No, he's still trying to get to that recipe. Very close, yes indeed. But still not quite there. So Titan playing this patiently. This is one of those times where I wish we had a cooldown on the Aegis. I think they've got about a minute and a half left or so. Yep. There's the pipe. They press forward to the high ground. Glyph used right away. Orange looking for the opening. Bolas hit both creeps. Very unfortunate. Yep. Bat around the side. He forces the Sand King to blink back. And Doom's the one that hops in. He'll hop onto KYXY. Pops the ultimate. Clinks will finish off the tower. Now Clinks just laying in the right clicks. Puts the Orchid out onto the Dazzle. Yamate taking heavy damage. Ghost walks out. Oh, there's the Epicenter coming in. Doesn't do too much damage, though. Net will fall. KYXY survives the Wrath of the Doom. Pops the mech. And that's going to be it. Just a dead Nyx Assassin. They traded their Nyx for a tier 3 tower. I think that's a pretty good trade. They're not done yet. They know the Glyph isn't available. Dazzle will now grab his mech. Aegis has expired. He used the regenerate. He died. He popped. Okay. And now, Sox. There's the Bat Rider lasso. That's a dead Doom, probably. Mech from the Dazzle will buy him some time. Not quite enough, though. Doom buys straight back into the game. And with that, Titan will just back out. And that's definitely the smart play. Let Doom buy back. Totally waste it. And maybe not a wasted buyback because he will help, like his presence will help them repel. But Doom is one of those heroes, kind of like the Death Prophet. If he doesn't have his ult up and he buys back, yeah, he can swing that fiery sword. But it's not too scary. The moral of the story, though, is Orange do hold their racks, and they finish off the Aegis that was about to expire, but I would still call that a victory for Titan. Finishing off that tier 3, and yeah. High ground defense plus all those heroes. Orange can still turtle up for a little while longer. Graph still going up in favor of Titan now. Almost 25,000 gold, 20,000 experience, and ooh, Yamate, he wants the courier. Nope, he's going to go for the Dazzle instead. Pops the mech, but, yeah. I was calling it Shadow Burn, but it's called Soul Burn. So, look at that. Yamate, he didn't even want that courier. He says, hey, you can keep the courier. I want your Dazzle. And there's your MKB. That's a double Javelin coming out. And, boy, this Clinks is fat. He is tubby-bubby. Ohio, how's he looking? He's got a person. This is going to be a refresher bat? Lincoln's bat? Okay, they're just going to mass Lincoln's here. Okay, yeah, that's the... Yep. Uh-oh. Doom on you! Net, I think he's going to fall here. Yep, Sand King will finish him off with the Burrow Strike. Hey, ult flying in, but a little unnecessary. So Orange will find a pick. Not too bad. Never going to complain about getting a kill, but at the end of the day, it's just the Nyx Assassin. Clinks just killed their Dazzle not so long ago. But, yeah, Yamate's had one hell of a game so far. He's 6-0-2. Sentry Ward down. They know he's here, but look at this. He's just going to lay into the range rack. Bowls come out. We'll connect on both heroes. That won't stop Clinks from taking it down. And that's the end of the range racks. Very nicely done by Yamate. Knows his limits, knows how much burst damage the Clinks can put out, and goes for the sheer damage there on the ranged racks. Viper Strike comes out, but Force Staff back. And Titan won't really find an easy opening here. Bat Rider. Lasso ready. Just looking for the opening here. Pipe on. They're going to go for the melee racks. And there's the Sleight of Fist forward. Won't even try with the bowl with all the creeps nearby. And yeah, Titan will just lay into the racks. They know the Glyph isn't up. They know the Doom ultimate is down as well. KYXY will get isolated here. Does have a mech available still. Sand King getting obliterated by the Clinks. They will finish off the Rubik. Compliments of that Ember Spirit Sleight of Fist. Net has rejoined the party here on the Nyx Assassin. And it will end as a 1-for-1. Racks are still standing. A few hit points to spare, but they are still up. Roche coming up in just about 30 seconds. A pretty quick Roche timer here. And that is just a good bit of RNG for Team Titan. They will back out, and they could fall into this window where they scout it out like 10 seconds before Roche pops up. But still, they have map control right now. And the earlier the Roche, the better for Titan, because they have just complete map control. Dire Ward coverage, they've got one. And it's this guy up here, up on the plateau. Actually, Radiant Ward coverage isn't too great right now either. They've got two down kind of in these aggressive areas outside of the base. But Titan are just in great shape. There's that Lincoln's, pardon me, that MKB's been complete on the Clinks. It looks like Viper will probably either a Rod of Atos or a Heart of Tarask with this Vitality booster. Probably just a Heart, just to tank up. But what do you think here, Roland? Is that going to be a Heart? Yep. Yep. Not even a moment delay. Roland knows. Ember Spirit, he's close to a Battle Fury. He's got the two swords, Claymore and the Broadsword. Just about has enough for the Perseverance, but he has to get there. We see the Dire Courier. Cute little piggy. What's this courier called? I don't know what it's called, but he's cute. Ohio just hiding in the trees here, still hanging on to that gem. Courier gets pinged out, and they know there's something on it, but they're okay with it. They'll just move into Roche, and that's an easy Roche for Titan, completely uncontested. And that'll be another Aegis going the way of Yamate on the Clinks. Battle Fury now up on the Embers. The Courier delivers that Perseverance, so things will get a little bit easier for Orange to try and make this defense here. The question is, will it be enough? And I hesitate to say yay, but it could be. Glyph has returned here for Orange. And Titan will try to commit for this melee Rax here in the bottom lane. With the Glyph, Pipe, Mech, they've got everything they need. And they will pipe up, move straight in. Will they burn the Glyph for this? Yes, they will. Ember Spirit comes in, but nice spread from the heroes. They don't get cleaved around. Bat Rider off to the side. Great positioning all around from Titan. They'll finish off the melee Rax. They've already forced out the Glyph. And they can take a fight right here. I mean, they've broken the high ground. They've made it up. And they could just take a straight up fight with Orange. Buybacks. Doom actually doesn't have his buyback yet. Does have enough gold, but another 50 seconds till the cooldown returns. Courier, what's it got? Oh, that's a Shiva's. Uh-oh. This Courier could get picked off here. Uh-oh. Courier. And that's a dead Courier. I'm not sure what they were thinking with that one, but that's a Shiva's Guard recipe on there for the Doom. Oh, boy, that hurts. Oh, he had enough to finish it as well. Now he's going to get Orchided. Doom in big trouble. He'll get Shallow Graved, but I don't think it'll be enough. Viper will finish off the Ember Spirit off to the side. Doom does get the ultimate off onto Clinks, but he's got an Aegis. It's not that big of a deal. In comes the Epicenter, but it just tickles. I think this is going to be GG here, Roland. That's going to be a 5-0. Easy fight. They don't even burn the Aegis. And wow, there it is. He goes down at the very end, but Titan, they will demolish this game. Over a 25,000 golden experience lead before that game was over. Holy Toledo. Titan just looking so good over Orange. Making SEA proud, huh, Roland? That's the spirit. Wow. Curious who they're going to give the MVP to this game, but I think it's got to be Yamate. 10-0-4 on that Bone Fletcher. Involved in 14 of the 18 kills, many of them solo kills. Balling out of control. You just can't let a Clinks pick up that much momentum. That's kind of what it comes down to. That Clinks was, he got the tower kill, the long lane tower, at like the 6-minute mark or something. He had like an 11 or 12-minute Orchid. Just absolutely insane. Yamate's Clinks is something to fear. That's for damn sure. We may see a Clinks banned out in this upcoming game. So we'll have a short break here, guys. We've got one more match coming up for our WPC Ace coverage tonight here on Beyond the Summit 2. I am Zyori, slated to solo cast. We've got 3 streams running right now. The Star Ladder LAN event in Kiev. Gods is running BTS 1 for some of the inaugural coverage. And here we are with WPC Ace. We'll see the second match of this best of 2 between Titan and Orange. Will Titan take it 2-0, or will it be all tied up 1-1? The conclusion after this short break.